This man owned 3 buildings, and by renting out those rooms, he lived an incredibly wealthy life. However, while he was mocking ordinary people, who still had to work on a typhoon day, a hole suddenly appeared beneath his feet, and he was sent to another world, as if flushed by a toilet. Jack was instantly stunned, unable to believe the vast difference in status, but he didn't give up. Using his eloquence, he sold a tablet for 20 million, and began living a high-class life in this new world. Unfortunately, because the tablet ran out of battery, Jack incurred a huge penalty. To pay off the debt, he became a miner. However, this unscrupulous company exploited its employees excessively, and it was common for workers to go crazy from mental breakdowns. Working without rest for 3 months was a frequent occurrence. One day, Jack finally broke down under the boss's scolding. Reflecting on the life he had led that month, Jack felt like he was going insane. The life here was inhumane. He worked 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. The employee dormitories had no private rooms, and he couldn't even wash himself for an entire month. Just then, he heard a commotion, and when he went to check, he found a skeleton bullying a lizard. But Jack didn't want to interfere, because he was almost starving, with only 1 coin left from this month's salary. However, in the next second, Jack's hand slipped, and he accidentally discovered a gateway to a new world. That night, Jack found the lizard, Mark, and told him about his discovery. After some persuasion, Mark was completely convinced. The next day, the two applied for a business trip from their boss, which was really just an excuse to mine deep in the maze. Jack originally worked on the first underground level, but the deeper they went, the more valuable the ores became, and the more ferocious the monsters. What Jack discovered was a secret door that led directly to the 3rd level of the maze, where ores were worth dozens of times more than on the 1st level. After making all the preparations, Jack and Mark started mining. Mark was very grateful to Jack for giving him this opportunity, but Jack wasn't doing this out of kindness. He simply thought Mark was easy to deceive. Soon, the two filled 2 bags with ores, which not only earned them enough to pay for their equipment but also left them a large sum of money. If they could monopolize this place, they would return to their high-class lifestyle. However, just as they were heading back, a giant dragon suddenly appeared behind them.